Sziasztok, Anka vagyok, egy újabb Metafor ReFantazio epizóddal, ahol éppen rá kellett jönnöm, hogy amíg városban vagyunk, addig a Renőrön nem tudunk olvasni például, úgyhogy itt kell keresnem olyas valamit, ami a Wisdomot növeli. Ugye Alonso egy új éjszaka elérhető follower lett, viszont 3-as Wisdomra van hozzá szükség, ami még egy fél szint körülbelül. Úgyhogy... mögöttem elméletileg. Igen, ez lesz a Wisdom. Egy watchtower. This door's unlocked. I bet we could climb up from inside. Don't you think the view would be incredible from out there? If you gaze out at the people below and the ocean beyond, who knows what we'll discover? Wisdom. Jó. Yes. Úgy tűnik Wisdomot minden városban. Mi az a lebegő vízgömb? Made it, and what a view it is! Haven is so unusual, isn't it? And I don't mean just the open-minded culture. Those floating water spears really make an impression. Igen, de miért vannak ott? The seawater's not frozen up there, and it's not like it's in some kind of transparent container either. Apparently it has to do with the magma crystals on the seafloor, and if you get too close, they can pull or push you in random directions. Oh! I'm only telling you what I've heard, so I couldn't say for certain, but doesn't it kinda make you want to touch them? Yep. It'd be fun to go inside, I bet. Yeah, floating around in one of those seem like it'd be pretty nice. Maybe. Oh, but I suppose you'd need to breathe, huh? If you were stuck in there, yikes.
All right.
4 wisdom pont. Még 1-2 wisdom növelés is meg lesz.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Így van.
That means.
Hi there.
All right.
Stroll, Hulkenberg, Maria? Ó, Maria nem elérhető, de Bardon viszont igen. Neked mi is lesz a következő? Commander és utána General. Jó, and improves defense. Oké, látogassuk meg Bardont, hogyha egyszer. We're in quite a predicament. Nézzük meg, milyen fajta predicamentről van szó. Illetve... lehet majd debatelni. Jó, akkor ezt majd megnézzük este. Itt is kint vannak a plakátjaink. Look, it's a poster of us. Someone out there must be rooting for us. Hát remélem, hogy ami után megmentettük, azután az egész város nekünk szurkol. I don't know who made it, but this is pretty great, isn't it? Let's keep building this support. Let's!
I can't believe it.
It's you! How far in your travels for you to be a martyr of all places? But I shouldn't pry. I'm sure you have some urgent business or another, and I shan't make you tardy for it. Have you a moment? There's a matter I'd like to discuss with you. Sure!
Thank you.
Mesélj, mondjuk arról, hogy ki a városnak az új vezetője, meg ilyenek.
The truth is,
I wanted to consult with you on all this blather about picking a new ruler for the town. Én azt hittem, hogy az már így megtörtént. Egyébként meg, mint versenyzők a trónért igazán kihúzhatnánk magunkat. Oh well. Of course, ruler isn't quite a word, wouldn't own land like a lord or anything, but still, it's a right important position. We're establishing a town governor, which is distinct from a lord. I think that's what's best for this town.
so
For the most part, the townspeople agree on self-governance, as there's quite a lot of distrust of power after what happened with Lady Joanna. Ez teljesen érthető. It may seem like the townspeople are turning to extreme courses of action, but the new lord did allow us our self-government. Van ennek az új lordnak neve? Which is all well and good, but there's the rub. I think the fella best suited for the position is this one clergyman. He's a fine man, and he likes the idea. But darn it all, now everyone is clamoring for me to be governor. You're popular, you're seated for it, seems like a stretch. I mean, Bardon népszerű, de Bardon nem vette észre, hogy az egyik beosztottja és a főnöke volt az elrablások mögött. Én egy kicsit jóhiszeműnek tartom erre a pozícióra.
Well,
You're just that popular, Bardon.
Nay,
And I'm pleased to hear it, but it's just 'cause I'm captain of the guard.
still though.
I've been put on a pedestal as some noble knight who put everything to right. It's stretch. I'm no hero. It was all thanks to the lot of you. Ez így van. But I could say that all day and they still want me as governor. Everyone wants to feel safe. They want to know there's someone nearby they can rely on. I sympathize with that, but I'm no ruler. Sajnos ezzel is teljes mértékben egyetértek.
Got to say,
Do I have what it takes to lead them? Everything's a challenge. Everything worth doing is always a challenge.
Wait, what?
Is it always? Yep. I do remember hearing that the closer you get to your breaking point, the greater you become. If that's true, we can become better men without a challenge, can we? Thank you, friend. Talking with you has helped me come to a decision.
Myself.
I'll represent the townspeople. Yes, I'll become governor and restore the whole place. I'm not sure if I'm the man for the job, but I'll give it everything I've got for the good of the town. Considering my lack of experience, I'd be grateful if you kept advising me.
Don't worry your head.
I may not have the skill you do, but I will serve faithfully so that I can be a true hero in this town like you. Oké. Ez meglepően egyszerűen ment.
I'll do anything for.
Bocsánat, megszakítottam a voice line-t. Bardon, you finally decide what to do yet? I know you care deeply, but we are all sick of waiting. Don't make me decide I need to lead you. We'll rest easy with you in charge. Those sandworms have been a right pain, but you seem like a take charge kind of man.
Don't you worry.
Too true. A sandworm attack would devastate Martyra. I'll work up some countermeasures. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Don't go too hard now, big man.
Well,
But go ahead and remove childcare from your job skills, Via. They hated it when you chased them around during hide and seek. Hide and seek nem erről szól, Bardon. My wee ones were bawling and screaming something awful. They still cry from the memory of it. But that's how you play hunter and prey. Nem vadász és zsákmány. Bolyocska. Bardon. If they screamed, it was just proof we were playing it right. But anyway, I swear to you, I'm determined to protect this town.
my thanks.
Thanks for your time today. I have to do a great deal of work to even begin paying you back, so don't stop by again. Mindenképpen, ne aggódj. Valaki tanítsa meg szegény embert bújócskázni normálisan. Trial Haven, nincsen ferry.
all right then, Shimas.
Hol van a... Ez jó lesz.
Isn't it right?
Ó, veled még nem beszélgettünk úgy tudom.
Listen all to your next king.
I will become king and create a military state for Ruslan, by Ruslan. Eloquence and imagination, okay. Are you not the elder who turned in the sanctuaries? Just as I'd expect of a lesser tribe, a frontal siege was beyond you, so instead you opt for the uncouth tactics of a rear assault. Your juvenile tricks will have no effect on someone as experienced as I. I will eliminate you here and now. My good people, the dream of a united kingdom has failed. When I am king, our land shall be reborn under the proven military leadership of the Rusan. What has the United Kingdom actually done for you? Forcing the tribes together has only sparked further skirmishes and tension. Furthermore, the throne and other key positions have been strangled by the Clamar's nepotism. The time for the Rusan to reclaim their pride and independence is at hand. Here, here, the Rusant embody strength. The Rusant represent the very best. The land of the Rusans? Surely he jests. Where does that leave the rest of us? Sounds like Rudolph's playing to the fanatics among the Rusant. How should I appeal to them? Tribes must stand together. A fanatikusok nem fognak arra appellálni, hogy és a többi tribe, sem arra, hogy a military state dangerous. We can't let the tribal differences define us. I am vision of world where everyone stands as one. Mondjuk nem tudom, hogy ez miben különbözik az első opciótól. What? Nothing but idealistic platitudes. You're too young to lead if you can't see that. He's right. How the hell could anyone make it so everyone helps each other or whatever all that's about? People are free to dream as they please, but I find the boys' dreams more appealing than Rudolph's. Impossible! I refuse to be humbled by an inferior tribe. Jé, jól látom, ezt sikerült megnyernünk. Tényleg nem tudom, mi volt a különbség e között és az első opció között. That was a great debate. You ran circles around the guy. Your ideas struck a chord with the people. They wanted to give you something to show their support. Money! Ez mindig jó. Eloquence és imagination. És népszerűség.
And the age of a new king draws nearer.
Speaking of,
There's a cemetery near Peregrine called the Tomb of Lament. I've heard whispers of something most frightening appearing in its script. Are we children sharing ghost stories now? Hold on, let me get Nures so we can scare the boots off of him. There may be substance to this bedtime story. I too have heard rumors of an unidentified monster stalking the cemetery. Haven't we already accepted a request regarding that? We did.
Hey, listen!
It's Final Forgiveness Day, there's big sales throughout the city, so make sure you don't miss any. Azt hiszem, már felvásároltunk mindent, amire szükségünk volt. Oops.
All right.
Stroll, Hulkenberg, Maria? I don't know what to do. I don't think Maria would have most... Kivel megy neked meg tolerance. Hát akkor Mariára hiába várunk sajnos. Hulkenberg mi a 4-es? Knightly Age, Tutu. Oké. Nézzük ki, mit csinált. Megint lehet debételni. Ki van most? Rossz gomb.
All right then.
Let's go!
Ki van most a pódiumnál?
Say there. Young man! Young
Now
man!
what am I to do? Now, how did I wind up here?
Ellened vesztettünk egyszer.
Wind up here.
All right.
Töltsünk most időt Hulkenberggel. Utána akkor este debételünk megint, és meglátjuk, hogy milyen lesz az idő. Elinduljunk-e taskokat készíteni, mert ez volt a célom, hogy Maria szintje meglegyen, viszont a tolerancünk elég alacsony hozzá. Mondjuk lehet, hogy mindjárt szintet lép. Meglátjuk. Have you not decided our plans for the day? Even knowing we mustn't let her car down a breather might do us some good. If you've the time, shall we continue our training? You know, despite Stroll's little outburst the other day, he's been quite diligent in his training since. You can't fall behind now.
Speaking of...
But I recall our practice swords were broken. Shall we go and buy new ones at the capital's weapon shop? It would be a simple thing to teleport there, yes? Yep. I'm glad we found some sturdier sparring swords. Hopefully they shall win me some measure of redemption for the other day.
Listen!
On the authority of the knight's order, your crime shall be repaid with death. Oh. That voice, is that Rodolph? You remember he's my former comrade that we met before. Yep. Do it.
Wait!
Hold. De Hulkenberg... Semmit nem tudunk az ügyről. Lehet, hogy jogos. Well, if it isn't Hulkenberg, I'll ask you not to interrupt my duties. This is your duty, but Knight Commander presides over executions. Oh, hogy ez nem a feladatköre. Aha. It's only right those who would do this nation harm shall be punished.
So then...
What exactly has he done? Treason. This fool, a petty officer of the military police, slandered the honor of the Royal Knights. Honor? Hanged man? Még nem hanged. Még nem igazán. Honor? What honor? The Royal Knights of today are honorless. You've forgotten any oath to the throne. Now you're just dogs barking on command. You insolent. Bring me a whip. Hanging is not enough. Oh, wow. You cannot be serious. This insolence is why you would have him killed. This, after all the trifling sinners you sent to the gallows. Righteous fury rings false from a hypocrite's mouth. Now die, dishonorer. Writhe like the maggot you are. Hulkenberg, any...
Heed my words!
Treason's only reward is death. Therein lies atonement, whether for the knights or the people. They could kill me for any reason they liked. Rodolph, this is beyond outrageous. You've authorized nothing less than a public butchery. Maintaining the capital's order is the knight's duty. It is only natural that we punish those who spread lies. Have you sold your soul to the Sanctists? Were you blinded by the prospects you'd win by their coronation? It is hardly matters who takes the throne, so long as the Royal Knight still stands to flank it. This, you see, is the role of one who has risen to the post of Knight Commander. One's burdens are different from those of the freewheeling and the frivolous like yourself. You infinite coward, you poison toad, is this the shape of your so-called loyalty? Bold words? One would almost think you and your friends seek the hangman's noose yourself. Try if that's what you want. No, if something happened to you. I see you're well puzzled learned to hold his tongue. No, not really. Pity stays my hand today, but there will not be a next time, Hulkenberg. Power is not a tool to torment and kill the innocent. It is meant to guide the weak and vulnerable, that each and every one of us might live together in a better country.
Apologies.
I apologize. I forced you into my troubles again. I am used to it. Nope.
Listen.
He's the one in the wrong here. All the same, I'm glad you were here with me. Who knows what would happen had I been alone. Somewhere in my heart, I'd expect he might still understand me. I would count such blind faith among my weakness.
Listen.
Should it ever be me who strays from the path of virtue? I only ask that you remind me of my purpose under any circumstance. Can I entrust this to you? I can sense Hulkenberg's virtuous sense of purpose and deep trust.
You have given me such strength.
Okay.
The truth is,
I am partly to blame from Rodin's brutality. Hogy érted? No, the day has already left me exhausted. We'll speak more of this some other time, away from prying ears. Okay? The man behind Hulkenberg. I feel like I've seen him before. Nekem nem rémlik. Mondjuk az nem jelent semmit, de...
All right.
Ó, Heismay-jel is tudunk időt tölteni. Neki is egy újabb skill, utána pedig Faith, és szintén Reserve. Hát akkor valószínűleg ezt a debate-et most kihagyom, és inkább időt töltünk Heismay-jel. Hello!
Ah, it's you.
Why, hello there! For all the time we spend in battle, it's good to rest our wings every once in a while, eh? I've been thinking of the UG village. In some ways, there may be no better place for my son to finally rest, but I've been away for so long. Can't say if they'll still accept me. I'm practically a stranger now.
Yes.
Right then, I suppose I stop wasting time differing and get myself ready. The place is just to the east of Martyra. The village is hidden, so I prefer a quiet and careful approach by carriage. I'll guide us. Oh.
In days gone by,
Hasn't changed a bit? Yes, this is my hometown. Apologies for dragging you all this way.
Tadari.
Tadari, it's me, Heismay. I've returned and I've something to discuss. I've known Tadari for a long time, you see. He's the leader of the village.
Just
Although I should warn you now that you will not be welcomed here. You might feel some hostility in the air. I'm used to that.
Hey,
I apologize.
Oh yes, the Elden experience, I suppose. Nonetheless, I do apologize. Heismay, is that you? You're looking grey in the ears, my friend. As if the ears were any kinder to you, Tadari. Kicsit neki is creepy a szeme, neki még creepy, mint Heismaynek. I heard you left the Royal Knights, but it's good to see you again. Who is this?
He is.
This is Ren, a traveling companion of mine. He's standing in the tournament for the throne. I am the future king. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Wait, is that why you've come back to the village?
No.
No, I came to see the cemetery. I'm trying to find a place where my son can rest. Ah, your boys. Go on ahead then. He passed away before I could bring him here. At the very least, I thought I might let him rest somewhere with a view of the village. He loved running with the wind in his face. Surely I thought he'd like the hill. I know it's not something the villagers would easily accept, but...
Yes.
I see. Well, it sounds like a wonderful idea to me. But you know the cemetery is sacred to the village. I fear you might be right. I'm not certain how they respond. Would you allow me to take the urn? I imagine that seeing it will prompt their cordiality, if not sympathy.
Please.
Alright, thank you.
Here.
I always used to train here when I was young. De... Nem emlékszem, hogy szóba került volna, hogy miért nem szeretik Heismayt a falujában. De hogy olyan szinten, hogy külön kell meggyőzni a falusiakat arról, hogy itt temethesse el a fiát. Look closely, and you'll see this tree is riddled with claw marks. I know because it was my claws that left them. Brings back memories. Of course, having shaken the trees, I'd get a swarm of bugs coming down my head. And of course, I'd go winging to Tadari about it. So even you were a cute kid once, huh? Having trouble imagining it? Egy kicsit. The villagers are here. They watch us from the shadows. If you focus and listen, you'll hear them too. He didn't leave voluntarily. He was stripped of his knighthood, wasn't he? Oh, ezért. And now he wants his child buried here. The boy wasn't even born in the village. Do you hear? I can't believe what they're saying. That's horrible.
Well,
Exactly within my expectations then. If they decline, let's withdraw without a fuss.
Heismay.
I've explained the situation to the younger villagers. Seemed like nobody had any problems with giving your son a place here. Ó, a suttogások után nem erre számítottam. Indeed. Thank you. Master Tadari? The urn of bones is gone. Valaki képes volt ellöpni egy urnát. What is the meaning of this? A fallen knight brings shame to the village. I hear a voice from somewhere. Tadari was just too afraid to refuse him, that's all.
Hey,
I can hear your every word. I'm sorry, Heismay, I cannot excuse the villagers' behavior. Akkor Heismayhez beszélne hozzám. The village hasn't changed a bit. Still rejecting outsiders, still shutting themselves away. Maybe I should have expected this. I left this place behind, I became an outcast. Maybe losing my son again is what I deserve. Nem. Still, he stood for me, he spoke in anger on my behalf, and in that is my soul salvation. Visszaszerezzük, és egy sokkal jobb helyet találunk neki. Ez a falu nem érdemli meg őt. Itt van vége? Remélem nem azzal ér véget, hogy ellopták az urnát és nincs meg. Shall I search the village entire? No stone unturned. Doubtless that intrusion would only provoke further offense, but I haven't time to waste.
Apologize.
You have my sincerest apologies. I shall take responsibility and find the urn. It is my duty as chief. No, as one who would see justice done. There's an unease in the village. For today, I think it best you leave. Elmegyünk úgy, hogy eltűnt az urna. Very well. Wow.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Arra sem számítottam, hogy nem engedik eltemetni, csak miután elkezdődött ez a socialing, de az, hogy képesek ellopni az urnát azért, hogy megakadályozzák, és nem is indulunk rögtön a keresésére, ez... Stroll, yep. És Bardon, ismét. Study the General és Commander az 2-esre. Hol van az időjósunk? Nem te vagy az időjós. A tereken szokott lenni az időjósunk. Aha. Akkor elmegyünk Mártirába. Csak azért, hogy megtudjuk, milyen az idő. Illetve milyen lesz az idő.
so
I can't believe it.
Háj, mesélj az időről, Léci.
Wow. Let's see.
Hold on.
Holnap Stormy lesz. Itt most Stormy. Itt ma és holnap lesz Stormy.
Hold on.
Nice little village.
It's a camp.
This place.
Ó, itt van Katarina.
No trouble. And right there's a labyrinth.
Hold on.
Ha elindulunk holnap,
It's a campground. Hold on. Hold on.
Nice little village.
Oké, akkor a mai napot mindenképpen Bardonnal töltjük. Utána megnézzük, hogy ide 1 vagy 2 nap eljutnia.
Pop by again.
Bardon!
I can't believe it.
Bardon?
Think I'll forget this, do ya?
All right.
Hogy rejtőzöl? Oké, mondjuk ezt gondolhattam volna. Te múltkor adtál nekünk itemeket. Jéj! Hi.
You've come.
Beszélni szerettél volna.
Thank you. My apologies.
Make yourself comfortable. Let's see, I've asked for some refreshments, but that'll take some time. It's a bit heaving at the moment. This place is the city's government administrator's office. But it's a bit too luxurious for the likes of me, isn't it? I'm not used to that. Right. Sorry for all the noise outside. We're trying out some things to build and strengthen town security, you see. That whole mess with Lady Joanna was a right nightmare. I won't chance the faintest whiff of that kind of thing happening again.
Yeah.
I wish you all the success in
Thank you.
that. I don't aim on letting tragedy repeat itself. Too many good folk are lost loved ones. We gotta straighten this place out, make it peaceful so people can smile and laugh easy again.
Got to say,
Now that I'm governor, it falls to me to take care of anyone who's disturbing the peace. But I'm sorry now, didn't mean to start rambling about all these serious matters. What kind of host lays his burdens on his guests? I'll have some really sweet up for you. We must fill your belly and celebrate the newly secured town. Hogy ünnepelni hívtál ide.
don't worry your head.
Thanks to you, all the villains are playing outside again, blessing us all with those bunny voice of theirs. I never took a liking to being God Governor, and I still don't. Only thing I care about is protecting those villains and all these townspeople. You really care about kids? Huh? I suppose they're cute little things after all.
It was so long ago.
And you know something? I once had a wife and child myself. Okay. It was back when monsters were tearing up material from top to bottom. Town was in shambles. A hunting team was formed to destroy the monster nests. The mission was a long one, and what was I supposed to do? Just go home? I was captain, for goodness sake. So I stayed, and when I finally came home, no one was there. My family, I guess they got sick of waiting for me. They just left. I never knew just how cold that house could be until they were gone. És egyszerűen csak elmentek. Wow! And then came the incident with Lady Joanna, and so many villains started going missing, and I didn't know what to do. Nem is próbáltad megkeresni a családod? I was useless. First I lost my own child, then I couldn't protect any of the others. Az első, az nem a te hibád. Az, hogy te éppen próbálod biztosítani a város, falu, település biztonságát, a családod, illetve a feleséged, gondolom a gyerek még kisebb volt, meg közben itt hagy, az nem a te hibád. Wished I could be the one to disappear instead of them. You aren't to blame.
Listen.
It wasn't your responsibility to protect every single child. Oh, nem hittem, hogy ez a válasz lesz. A harmadikat választottam volna.
Oh, no.
No, it was. I was the bloody captain of the guard
Leave it in my
corps.
hands.
I won't let the Vians ever live in fear again. That's my oath as governor. I consider us comrades, you know, seeing as you're aiming for the throne. We both strive for a better world. I explained to him that I entered not to take the throne, but to raise someone else who could forge a better future for our country. What? First the scheme with Heismay, now this? You play a long game, the lot of you. But thank you. You could have easily stayed silent about it, yet you've confided in me because you trust me, yes?
That's how it is.
Then I shall do the same. I support you and any who envisions the same future as you do.
He.
The Honorable Guardsman Bardon, keeper and inheritor of the Commander's virtues. Through their sharp bond, a new heroic embodiment. Yes, yes, yes.
I shall lay down my very life for the town.
Oké, lehet majd itt generálunk. But I'll tell you, the children find me right frightening. They get scared if I say hello. Just the other day, I smiled at a proper newborn who started crying like he was on fire. Oops. And to think one of my governor duties is to be well friendly with the townsfolk. But you needn't worry, I'll protect the town you worked so hard to save.
That's that.
It was a nice thing to talk about the town with you today. I hope we can do it again, and I pray for your safety. Biztos tudnak tanácsokat adni, hogy hogyan... Oh... Damn that Bardon, it's disgusting watching him play hero. He's a bloody Russant, fit for guarding the town and naught else. Someone like him governing is beyond the pale. It should have been me continuing to guide us as the rightful leader, yet somehow the masses are cheering for Bardon.
Aye.
But I have a plan to deal with it. Let us discuss the details inside. I decided to return to the group. És nem az volt az első dolgunk, hogy erről szóljunk Bardonnak? Nem. Utazunk vissza Mártirába, chilleljünk egyet. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hogy ismét van Tibét.
All right.
És Brigittával is tölthetünk. Neked mi lesz a következő? Magic cost of the merchant, exchange rate, az annyira nem. Rossz gomb, térképet szerettem volna, de az a másik oldal. Szóval, ki van most a pódiumon?
Now what am I to do?
Oh! Senki.
I wind up here. Now what am I to do?
All right then.
Egy másik városban talán.
Let's go. Stop that at once. I'm absolutely
No.
All right.
Akkor... Grant rád.
Let's go.
Ho there.
Say there. Beg pardon?
Nem, itt sem. Akkor nem tudom, miért írta, hogy valaki candidate-tel voltak. Furi.
All right then.
Erre nem emlékszem, videó. Nálad még mindig nem lehet részt venni a versenyben. Szomorú.
All right then. Where to?
Akkor próbálkozzunk meg ismét a vízdommal.
Go.
Láttam, hogy Brigitte elérhető, de annyira nem fontosak most amiket ad bónusz.
So.
Made it, and what a view it is! Haven is pretty unique, huh? And I don't mean just the sights. It's more open and inviting than any other places we've been. It just feels like fun. Growing up in the forest, the sea breeze and the smell of the ocean kinda threw me off at first. But I've really come around on it. Maybe it would be so bad to live by the sea, listening to the waves and all the hustle and bustle of a port. I feel like I could watch the ocean from here forever.
Well,
You like the ocean that much? It's more like looking at it feels serene in a way that something man-made doesn't. You can build a port or a ship, but you can't manufacture an ocean, right? It doesn't belong to anyone. I like that about it. Ah.
all right.
Még valamilyen vízdomos tevékenység kell ahhoz a szinthez.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hey,
Shortage of medicines. Yes. Ha jól emlékszem, mindennek elég hosszú a határideje. Melyik a taskunk? Request. No deadline, 11 nap. No deadline, 14 nap, de az főküldetés.
All right.
Csak Stroll elérhető.
Well met, eh?
Biztos, hogy nincs itt időjós. Időjós. Igen.
all right.
Well, akkor
Let's head there right away.
nézzük meg, mit mondta Gauntlet Runner tervezője.
Well, what do you want?
Now then. A village, I believe.
'Tis something there, yes.
What should we do?
We could fulfill our
Aha,
quest
2
there.
nap. Jó.
You seem interested, lad.
It's your call.
Csak azért lépek vissza, hogy
All right.
What now?
akikhez most fölvettem illetve nem fölvettem, akihez lehet plusz szintet állítani archetype, azokhoz legyen egy plusz skill. Heismay-nél a Thief is. Igen. Itt van egy Slipshot. És talán ennyi. És akkor induljunk fölfele, igazából.
Well,
Ugye ez 2 küldetés lesz, mert odafele a kis faluban meg tudjuk venni a fogkefét, a toronyban pedig van egy másik küldetés, amit már elfelejtettem, hogy nála van a kehely. Annál a szörnél van a kehely, ugye? Igen.
Request?
You see,
it's your call.
És elméletileg akkor már jó idő lesz ott. Yep, mert... Igen.
Great. Let's move out.
Megállunk a faluban, vásárolunk, remélhetőleg nem csak fogkefét.
What to pick?
Ó, van valami.
the truth is,
Ó, nagyon jó. Akkor Heismay, ha már egyszer. I wish to clear up a misunderstanding. Jó. Then let us speak over a drink. I serve you something, assuming you'd prefer a drink more tame than my usuals. Jó. Mesélj a faluról. What happened back in my hometown? You should know it wasn't Tadari's fault, even if he's the village leader. The villagers have always ostracized others like that, even when I was there. That's not their leader's fault. Is that why you left?
Because
yes.
Yes, there was an incident, one final push I could not take.
Now,
Most other tribes hold little love for the Ujif, but in my youth we lived near 2 settlements of mixed peoples. We traded, traveled, relations were good. Until one day conflict arose between the 2 settlements themselves. They began to feud, and both sides asked that our village side with them over the other. They wanted a decision from us. We were asked to choose who was friend and who was foe.
however,
Yet the village put off the decision. They took no sides and sought to appease both settlements. While we stayed the course of our hesitancy, their dispute was resolved.
hold on.
What ended up happening to our village?
and then,
The village lost the trust of both sides and they cut off all their trade. We were suddenly left, impoverished. They called us Ujif inscrutable, unknowable, and their prejudice only escalated. It even led to some violence, and yet the village tried to justify their predicament by saying there was nothing they could have done. They took no action to escape poverty and isolation beyond their bitter lamentations. That, more than anything else, disgusted me beyond words, so I abandoned the village and ventured out to become a knight of the cities. But Tadari remained to take a stand. By us simply ran away, he took the role of leadership, determined to bring honorable change to our village.
Listen,
You're honorable too, Heismay. I who did nothing but run away. There is a world of difference between me and Tadari. Ahogy látom, Tadari sem ért el túl sokat időközben. And yet, as we've seen, the village is still a long way from the change he strove for. Igen. The villagers are rigid in their mindset. They hope to maintain the little control they have by excluding and blaming strangers. All the bug-biting and even theft of the earth, all born of this clinging to separation, this xenophobic nest. What a horrible village.
right.
Yes, but upon my return a thought struck me. I suddenly knew I would like to let my son sleep on that hill where the sweet winds blow, that they may run free where he cannot. And yet, perhaps the reason I'm so attached to my village is because I'm the same as them at heart. It was my indecisiveness that cost me my son and my knighthood besides. This burial is no different. To think I vexed on about it being time to face his death. An excuse, nothing more. An excuse to run from yet another decision. No one could condemn you. But now my son is the one paying for my wretched hesitance. and see what has become of him. How can I call myself a father? So you're just going to give up?
No.
No. I refuse to let this end here.
Right.
If hesitation is in my nature, then so too do I hesitate to let go. Perhaps this is simply who I am. I've a confession to make. When the urn was stolen, somewhere in the back of my mind, I felt relief. Hogyan? Because I'd not have to see it anymore. I'd no longer be reminded of his death, his heartbreaking absence. I don't want to think of it. I don't want to face it. How could I when every reminder shatters me? That's why I've put off the burial longer and ever longer. But I must change. I would show my boy I am a father worth his love, not his shame. And so too would I prove this to you, you who place your trust in me. Okay.
My son.
Megértem valamennyire, azt továbbra is csodálom, hogy nem dühös. Amiért ellopták az urnát. Értem, hogy egy bizonyos szintig megkönnyebbülést érez, de ennek ellenére is.
I'm sorry.
I will soon depart for the village to look for my son's remains. My apologies for all you've made me to endure. I'm coming with you.
Thank you.
I thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Let's head to the village together at a later date. Igen, és reméljük, hogy eddig semmi nem történik az urnával. Oi, a monster with the most peculiar, color-changing eyes is clinging to the deck. Deal with it before it runs all the hard work I've put into this runner. Ó, nem váltottam archetype-okat. We better get rid of it fast before nearest spots or enter a journey on hold to buff any scratches or dents. We cannot allow the beast to make its way into the runner, to the deck with haste. Nem váltottam archetype-okat. Ó, ráadásul ezek? Remek. Medium physical turret damage. Oh, ez szép sebzés volt. Oké, nekem így is jó, hogyha igazából lebösztöljük. Én ezzel teljesen meg vagyok. Big Physical Strike. Ó, akkor egy elmenekül. De csak egy menekül el. Oh.
Be neither timid nor arrogant. Now accept your fate. Oh, power of kings.
Doesn't look like they have anything we can steal.
I will fight with secret.
Ez szomorú.
Win. Let's keep this up.
Van shot. Nagyon szép. Ezt mindig szeretjük.
I call upon royal power within.
Got one.
Not a single
Power of hero.
Ja, rajtad nincsen semmi, ami... Oh, miss. Nem tudom, ez mit csinált.
Electricity's no good against them.
Face me.
That's the last thing we need.
But all things seemed right.
Vita's power. Scour. Last
That's
one.
luck for the captain.
Wealth is
Let's get
merchant.
going.
Nagyon jó. Még valaki?
Commendable technique, everyone.
Okay. Not bad at all.
Hey, szint.
The village of Inundo, a small settlement located north of Brylehaven, lies ahead. The industry that once thrived here fell into decline, and now the able-bodied youth dream instead of leaving home. A small population of mostly children and elders remain, and visitors are scarce. The gauntlet runner slows to a stop.
Giving it some thought?
There's something here. Want to make a quick detour before we continue on? Yep. Fogkefét kell vennünk.
Just a moment.
Oh, if that's the meaning of this, it's practically a ghost town here. The villages around here are all like this. Those able to work have gone elsewhere to try and make a living, while the remaining residents live in constant fear of monsters. What a shame. It wasn't my intention to cook something interesting if I came across any unusual ingredients here. Oh boy. That's alright. I think I prefer food that's not overly interesting.
Hey,
It's a bit small, but it looks like they've set up a stall here. Want to talk to
that
them?
reminds me.
By the way, weren't you asked to buy a toothbrush? Yes. Ó, hogy eprézelhető dolgokat lehet venni. Protectionist Endurance. Oké, vegyünk egyet. Briny Light Armor. Oké, a fogkefe megvan. Nézzük meg, mire jó, majd legfeljebb eladjuk.
Now then.
Village tournament small talk. Small talk? Lately, I've heard it's not just the area surrounding the village that's in dire straits. Even the seas have been rough. I do hope everyone who left to find work finds their way back safely. It looks like a lot of the villagers left town to make a living. Do you want us to relay a message to them about coming back? No, there's no need. Besides, it's unlikely anyone would divulge the fact that they come from this village in the first place. Oh, ezt nem akartam. Nem. Csak sikerült.
All right.
Yep, let's continue the trip.
As the sky turns the same muddy color as the land below, the gauntlet runner arrives in a quiet land. However, confidence would be ill-advised. Listen carefully for footfalls in the mud and move at the break of dawn.
Itt pihenünk egyet. Bogár!
All right then.
Ó, Hulkenberggel megint. Csak Hulkenberg elérhető, de legalább Hulkenberg elérhető. Have you not decided our plans for today, even knowing we mustn't let our car down? A brief to us some good. I apologize, but I must ask that we save training for another time. Right now I have some things I'd like to ponder alone.
Yes.
Előtte
Let's head there right away.
megnézzük, tudunk-e főzni valami újat. Oh, it's to curse status elements for all the lies. Nice.
Let's check.
That's it is. Stroll vantotta még. Wait here, I'll go get him.
Hey,
Meat with a bit of chew can be nice, but I prefer a breeze, low and slow. When it melts the moment it hits your tongue. Oh, truly exceptional. Though that method does take forever. Still, time should not deter you from taste. And once you taste it, you'll want to keep doing it. Okay? Season it well and then cook it until it starts to brown. It already looks good enough to eat, but we must endure. Használatnál hosszabb ágakat, hogy a kezed ne sérüljön túlságosan. And all that's left is to let it soak in its flavor. We must control the heat carefully not to keep our eyes on the prize. The aroma is surely whetting your appetite, but don't give in. The juice is precious. And not a single drop can be wasted. Amazing, the dish Stroll and I made is dripping with flavor and depth. It's coney stew. Nicely done. If I do say so myself, you've earned the first taste, I say. Jé, és ezzel nem töltöttünk időt. Átpakolom az archetype-okat.
The battlefield is mine to conduct.
Megadtam neki az inheritance-ot. Oké. Swordmaster. Igazából a többiek maradhatnak.
Excuse me.
Na, és most beszélünk Hulkenberggel.
Ah, 'tis you? Sorry. If so...
My family found prominence through means beyond the wealth we lacked. Scholarship, mostly, with some having developed a taste for politics. I was the outlier. My single-minded pursuit of martial arts put me quite outside their sphere, and considering my temperament, they had no idea what to do with me. My family offered me no meaning worth pursuing, so I volunteered for the guard when I was still quite young. I thought that in the military I could blaze my own trail to strength alone, but well, such ideals were meaningless to House Hulkenberg. Before I had the chance to prove my abilities, they had already made arrangements to assign me to the Knights, ensuring I would not disgrace the family name. But I was fortunate enough to meet Rodent in the course of my training as a new recruit. He was born into a storied royal household, but his house dissolved and he joined the military after its decline. We were alike in that way, seeking to rise by your own individual efforts, regardless of familiar background. What changed him?
The truth is...
After our training concluded, Rodent was openly being considered for an appointment to the Prince's Royal Guard. However, instead, it was I, still tender in years, who was ultimately selected. Rodent lacked for nothing as a knight. He and I were equals in all things, save that my family had put the right words in the right ears. Oké, akkor nem csodálom, hogy emiatt neheztel. Illetve, hogy akkor neheztel, de hogy emiatt évekig neheztel, bár ki tudja, hogy mi minden történt még vele ezek után. He was denied appointment to the Royal Guard. Instead, he was sent to the front lines alongside the common footmen of the state army. I'm sure he was frustrated. He made a name for himself and returned to the order. But to see him rise to the rank of commander in such a short period of time... Are you trying to say you respect him?
No.
Rodent's current behavior does not befit a knight commander, and it hardly bears saying that we cannot allow such abuse of power. Even if I am partly responsible for his attachment to power, nay, indeed, it would be all the more reason to intervene. But I cannot help but wonder whether it's even my place to judge him. Even as I sought to carve my own path, my knighthood only came at my family's behest, and after failing to protect my charge, I left the capital a wanderer. All these lofty words, what weight do they bear from one such as I, a knight-errant and arrowed? A knight-errant and arrowed, failed in her solemn duty. That's not who you are. Yet even if I now stay my course, what of my past self? What of she who wandered? Once upon a time, I thought myself righteous. I respected order, brought many criminals to justice, and saw many a punishment meted out. Yet looking back, I know it was a matter of convenience, a way to disguise the weakling I was, my knightly standing a replacement for the family I had forsaken. Of course, in my time as a knight, I failed to protect the prince and abandoned my post to seek him out with no more honor than a thief in the night. I fled my family and I fled my knighthood, Rodent, he sees this in me, clarion clear. Who am I to claim any chivalry over him? So you would repeat the past and run from Rodent? No, I was simply afraid to face him, and afraid of facing who I once was.
It'll be fine.
We all help you through this, no matter what.
You know,
This the way of a broken sword, I suppose. Brute force will avail to nothing, eh? But still,
I see.
why yes, that sword. Perhaps I'd lost sight of something very important indeed. But you've always been there to remind me I am truly indebted to you. Know that you have my sincerest thanks. Hulkenberg seems like she realized something. I sense a further deepening of our bond.
Tis finally time I settled this. Sorry.
If I may, I like some time alone with my thoughts. When I find my answers, let us speak here again. Okay.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Azok után, hogy úgy érzi, hogy elhagyta a családját, pedig
What to pick?
igazából a családja volt az, aki úgymond kirakta őt, vagy nem illet be közéjük a politikusok, meg a tudósok közé, és szereztek neki egy helyet. Nem tudta megvédeni a herceget, aki mellé protekcióval rakták be. Majd elindult, és hogy megkeresse, és éveken át nem találta. És azután jöttünk mi, akik mondtuk, hogy egyébként él. Csodálom, hogy nem akadt ki jobban, amikor megtudta, hogy megtalálhatta volna az évek alatt. És akkor lehet, hogy nem érezte volna ennyire bukottnak saját magát, ahhoz képest, amilyen szeretett volna, hogy legyen. Oké, nincsen followerünk. Elérhető. Bisztróllal a városban tudunk beszélni, úgyhogy olvasunk egyet. It's finished, a future of magic. Main guy some wisdom, nagyon jó. Gah, ez a boss. Sustainable magical living? What is he getting at? Anyway, the first chapter is called Thinking About Fuel in the Magical Future. All things considered, our world is still primitive, foolishly relying on wood and fire to work and feed its people. This wood we burn makes smoke, and the smoke pollutes the atmosphere and destroys life beyond our cities. Combustible fuels must be prohibited by law. And the void left there is where magic comes in, it says. In other words, he wants to do everything with magic instead of firewood. But do you think? I think it might work for some, but certainly not everyone.
Right?
Now then.
Hármas wisdom. Akkor tudunk majd Alonsoval is beszélgetni. Jó.
Well...
Ahoy, break time champs. There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at a spectacular waterfall northwest of Brilehaven, the Peregrine Falls. The water cascading down from the river between the canyons is among the kingdom's finest vistas, thanks in part to the monuments carved into rocky cliffs. Is the rumbling echo simply the water plummeting into the basin below? Or the roar of the Mage King?
A Mage Kingről még nem hallottunk, azt hiszem. What could this be? Okay, végre valami, ami nem creepy gyönyörű, hanem csak simán gyönyörű. Yet again, it seems we found ourselves within the most peculiar of places. Something is just barely visible beyond the waterfall veil. A statue, perhaps. It must be. They look like faces, but why would anyone go through all the trouble of carving something like that behind the waterfall? And aren't the expression kind of scary?
I don't know.
I can't look at them without feeling overwhelmed. It must be difficult to carve the rock in a place like this. Just whose face could that be anyway? This perhaps the likeness of one of the old hero kings. I believe a legend involving the Mage King is set within this region. I'd not question it if you told me this was all created with the Mage King's magic. They say he mastered immensely powerful forces, which he used to protect his people. I cannot help but think what would drive someone to go to such great lengths to carve such terrifying monument upon the stones. As a warning,
What's that about?
maybe they wanted to warn us of something. You may be right. For all his power, the Mage King suffered great misfortunes throughout his final years. Perhaps this serves as a warning to those who would follow him. Power closes as many doors as it opens. Regardless of the intent with which you wield it, you may yet become feared and ostracized. That's kind of sad when you think about it. When you put it that way, it always feels like the roar of the waterfall is meant to represent the Mage King's cries of anguish.
Yes.
If that is indeed true, then we may best honor those sentiments by etching this place within our memory. We may think on it more, but it's time to return to the runner. Ó, ezért is wisdomot kaptunk, nem baj. Mesélhetnétek többet is a Mage Kingről, hogy pontosan mi minden történt vele, ami miatt egy ilyen figyelmeztetést elvihetjük Mariának. Rajzot.
Their destination is the tomb of Lament, found north of Oceania. Interred beneath the earth here lie the victims of a terrible epidemic. It is said the lamentations of the lost echo throughout, disfiguring a somber burial ground into a mass grave for criminals and the kinless. The vindictive spirits conjure restless monsters, and it is here that the gauntlet runner comes to an uneasy halt.
Now then.
Well, this is the tomb we've been looking for, is it not? What is our next course of action? We defeat the monster in the back and retrieve the Chalice of Legends. They say there's a ghost in there, but do you think that's really it? Think back to the Grand Cathedral with Zorba and his profane arts. We witnessed specters that could easily bear such a label. It is likely, if not certain, that people have simply mistaken the true nature of this monstrosity. I can understand why people might wish the dead could return, but let's find this thing and put an end to the rumors. I've heard of weapons and ancient treasures being buried in these places, but they're probably off the main path.
Thanks.
We will follow your lead. Okay. Just a second, I saw something. Oh, relic?
So, hey,
It was only for a moment, but I thought I sensed one of the relics Norris is looking for. Nagyon jó. Akkor igazából 3 legyet ütünk egy csapásra ezzel az úttal. Azt akartam megnézni, hogy... Ó, kettő bokrunk van. Hogy mit tudunk erről a helyről.
Want in on this? Just between us.
Igen. Dark Magic. A kimenzi az Wind, a másik meg Light. Oké.
What now?
Mit akartam? Ezt akartam, csak megtalálom. Akkor ezt majd átváltjuk szélre. Jó. Majd megnézegetem, kinek milyen van, és szél és fénymágiával megyünk majd be. Összeszedjük az artefaktot Norasnak, összeszedjük a cselészt, remélhetőleg lépünk pár archetype szintet, rendes szintet, megszerzünk lootot. Úgyhogy a következő epizód egy dungeon crawl lesz, utána pedig szerintem fölmegyünk egészen a toronyig, majd a jobb oldali úton vissza Mártirába, és a jobb oldali úton ugye ott lesz az erdő is, ahol szintén van questünk, úgyhogy pár nap alatt letudjuk az egészet. Remélem. Köszönöm, hogy velem tartottatok, találkozunk legközelebb is. Sziasztok!